So, many of you guys may not know, but Lady Bird is actually a continuation of the Chicken Little saga. So, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I totally made that up. It's actually about Big Bird. I'm just kidding again, guys. I got you. Lady Bird is written and directed by Greta Gerwig and stars Saoirse Ronan, Laurie Metcalf, Lucas Hedges, and Timothy Chalamet. This film takes place in 2001 SAC, and for many of you guys who don't know the lingo over here, SAC is short for Sacramento. Just filling you guys in on the lingo. Like many of you guys, I was shocked to hear that this was the best reviewed film on Rotten Tomatoes, beating out some amazing films we've seen over the past years and taking the title or this particular distinction away from the previous holder of such a distinction, Toy Story 2. And while that lasted for like 5 seconds, I was still skeptical about this film being on par with some of the greatest films we've seen our whole entire life. I will say that this is a phenomenal film, and the writing is very natural. Many of these characters feel very real just because of the way that they speak, because of the way that they act. It doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like you're actually recording people living their lives, and that's just how great the screenplay is written. The actors also do a really good job because, as I mentioned previously, you feel like film is recording real life people, and that's all in part by the performances here. And I've been a fan of Saoirse Ronan. I legitimately did not see Saoirse Ronan. I saw Lady Bird, and that is due to her great performance on display here. And she does fantastic work. And this year's gonna be tough between her, Frances McDormand, and Sally Hawkins. The Academy, I don't know how they're gonna be able to decide. Like, we legit have a battle royale for that best actress Oscar this year. Like, the only way I feasibly feel as though you can choose the winner is probably if they, that's the only logical conclusion or resolution to choosing who to win. Along with Ronan, Laurie Metcalf is also really good and really provides an honest portrayal of a mother who's really tough on the exterior as means of protecting her vulnerable interior, which is full of much pain and sorrow, but yet so much love. It's really sad, come to think of it. She does good. Lucas Hedges also does a really good job here, and he is really on fire. From last year's Oscar nomination for Manchester by the Sea to now this year being in Three Billboards, another fantastic film, and now in Lady Bird. Like, wow, he's accomplished more than I have, and he's only a couple years older than me, so that makes me feel better. This film really spoke to me because of the similar circumstances I found myself in, and really any college student will find themselves in, and that is whether to choose to go to school outside of the home that you've lived in for such a long time. And it can be very difficult to choose whether to stay, or the home that you might have wanted to initially get away from becomes a home that only you know, only home that you can love like no other place else on earth. So I really related to that aspect of the film. Greta Gerwig, I'm pretty sure she will most likely get a nomination for screenplay, but I swear, if she does not get that directing nomination, I will show up to the Academy Awards myself and I will pull a Kanye, except if Jordan Peele, Guillermo del Toro, or Patty Jenkins wins that Oscar. But, the Directing Guild Award nominations have already come out, and it doesn't seem likely, so just fingers crossed. Overall, Saoirse Ronan and Laurie Metcalf, amazing. The writing, the directing, really amazing. I highly recommend that you watch this film. It is really good. And yeah, so that's my review of Lady Bird. Feel free to subscribe and watch my other reviews. So yeah.